we have the yearly totals, and we would like to consolidate the data from the first 4 quarters. And we have over here for department the total for each quarter. So let's go ahead and grab that information. I can reference it. So equal sign. This is quarter 1. So we click on quarter 1. And the first department is right there. And I can push enter. And I can bring this one all the way down. Over here we should have the quarterly totals. I'm going to click on this and get the format painter to get the formatting. Increase the indent. I'm going to do the same thing for quarter 2. So equal sign, click on quarter 2, click on the first department total, and double click to bring it down. But we can also go here, do this for quarter 3, the same for quarter 4. And now we can take these guys and we can bring it down now. The references we've just created to other worksheets are called 3D references, and that's because they contain 3 parts. One, if you look over here, let's take a look. One would be QTR3, that's the name of the worksheet, exclamation mark, that's the syntax, and then you have the column letter, and then you have the row number. So you have a 3D part, 3D reference. But we can also create a function with a 3D reference, and that's actually really cool. So right here, department totals, we can just use the sum function, right? But instead of using the sum function for the numbers here, let's try to grab the numbers from the quarters instead. Let's see how we can do that. So I'm going to type the name of the function, open a parenthesis, and then I want to grab the first quarter, quarter 1, and I'm going to click it, and then I'm going to hold down shift. You see over here QTR1, I'm going to hold down shift to grab all the way to QTR4, and I can actually see it in the formula, and that's it. The closing parenthesis, or you can simply push enter and Excel will take care of it, and then we can bring it down. So that's really cool. If you take a look here, that's the 3D formula you have right there. So if you have 12 worksheets, instead of going to each one of them, you can simply use this QTR or whatever, it's like month 1 through month 12, and then grab the cell reference. Now let's do one more thing. I'm going to actually group all of them. So let's go ahead and select all sheets. And I'm going to grab the first row of numbers, control, to grab the last one. And I would like to use the $sign for accounting style. Maybe we need to work a bit on the columns, so let's do that. Just double click for auto fit. And then I want to have also over here the total style. Alright, so now let's check it. I'm going to click on quarter 4. Not quite perfect, because this one has an extra, you see it doesn't have that extra from the yearly totals. So let me try now quarter 1, shift, quarter 4. I'm going to click on this guy and clear everything here. Okay. I'm going to format these numbers also to decimal places. I can take the format painter if I want. We are going now to use more files. So we're going to use Bloomington, Indiana, South Bend, and Indianapolis. So Indianapolis, I have it open. I'm going to open also these 3 files. So push enter to open them all. Okay, so enable editing. Let me do the same with the other ones. Enable editing. And South Bend. Cool. Okay, now let me go to Indiana file. And over here, you can see how we are supposed to get information from the other files. So for example, what is the total for athletic apparel? So these are yearly totals. For Indianapolis, so then I'm going to need to go to that Indianapolis file, equal sign to reference it, and then I'm looking for Indianapolis, and I'm looking for this department total. Now let's push enter. So then, now let's try to do the same thing for Bloomington, so equal sign, and I'm looking now for the Bloomington yearly totals, and grab the total over here. and let's push enter. Same thing for SoftBank, equal sign. Let's grab the SoftBank. Let's be sure we are in yearly totals, and let's click on Athletic Apparel total and push enter. Okay, now let's get these guys, let's bring them down. So I'm going to bring them down, but look what happens. Something is not right. So let me just take a look and see what's wrong. If I click over here, I see F3 dollar signs. So this is why we get the same result. So let's just undo and let's get rid of those dollar signs. I'm going to get here, click where the dollar signs are, push F4 3 times until there are none. Do the same trick here, 1, 2, 3. Do the same trick here, 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to take these numbers and bring them down. But you see how they mess up the formatting? So let's go here and fill without formatting. Okay, and then we got the totals right there. Perfect.